oh my lord, there was some drama up in the house tonight. Oh, let me tell you about it. Hey man, what's up? This is Robert Anton, robertantonnyc.com, coming to you with your no frills American Idol commentary from a singer. And tonight, let me tell you, the first night in Las Vegas and everything has changed. Tonight was sudden death. Okay, this is a whole new thing. There's going to be four episodes of it, right? What happened was the first 10 girls went up and they are going to sing, and then half of them are going to be cut. So when we finish tonight, there'll be 15, but at the end of the whole thing, there'll be the top 20 and they're going straight to public voting. This was so exciting to me, and I'm going to get in here and tell you all about it. They sang before a live audience tonight. It's the first time they've done sudden death. It was one song with the band, and they could sing any song in any genre that they wanted. They were live from Las Vegas from the Cirque du Soleil stage. Jimmy Iovine was in the house tonight, and he was going to be the tiebreaker if they had like a tie on something, and he was going to be the tiebreaker. And the guys were in the audience watching. We started out with Beth Willis. She's 17. She did Heaven, Heartbreak, and The Power of Love by Trisha Yearwood. And this was someone we've barely seen so far. And she came out with that whole country thing going on, even down to the dress and the cowboy boots, right? She sounded okay to me, just a little rushed and no time to really show off any range or anything. So I'd say not the best song choice. She did get in a nice big note at the end, which was good, but you know, like I said in the beginning, it just was no time to show off what she had. Nikki said she didn't come alive till the very end. Mariah said the last note was a stone winner, but she needed to work on the rest of it. Not looking good for her. Torres did Soulmate by Natasha Bedingfield, and I liked the way she sounded on this, though at first I thought it was a little too laid back, but she changed my mind while I was watching her go through the emotions of the song. She was really connected to it and really feeling all of what was going on, and I could just see it coming out of her body, out of her person, just all of it. Nikki said she had control over the song, and her tone reminds her of the 1980s R&B singers, but told her her hairstyle was aging her. She wanted her to make it young it up, you know, and she's 28 already, so, you know, they want to make her look a little younger for the audience, for the voting audience. Brandy said this was the start of the night, meaning the first girl was just a throwaway, you know, to me, that's what it meant. Mariah said she gave a naturally pure performance. Adriana Latonio, 17, she did Ain't No Way by Aretha Franklin, another one that we have not seen a lot of, and as soon as she started, I was into it. Great song choice, very recognizable song, and it fit her voice well, and it gave her a lot of range and emotion to express what she needed to, and she did it very well. And the judges were singing along with the background, and that's always a good sign, and Randy and Keith stood for her. Keith said she was channeling into all the emotion the song required. Nikki said she commanded the stage from the second she walked out. Brandy Hotard was next. She did Any More by Travis Tritt, and she had a strong, solid stance in the beginning that I just really noticed. Just strong, and boom, I'm here to give what I got. And she just went all in on the vocal. Very nice and comfortable performance. Keith said her emotion was inconsistent. Nikki said it was a pageant delivery of the song and didn't feel real. Shubha Vedula was next, 17. She did Born This Way by Lady Gaga, and she played the piano at the beginning, and I was loving the treatment at the beginning of the song. She was doing all this little stuff that was just so nice, so pretty, such great additions. She wasn't such a good dancer though, but I thought she had a good sound on the song and a little Indian type vocal inflection thing. Her little inflections were killer to me. Nikki says she has a comical thing going on, and not in a good way, and it was very confusing. Brandy said she overdid the runs, but her potential was amazing. Mariah said she was less forced at the piano, and she enjoyed that part of the song more. If you're enjoying the commentary so far, please thumb it up, thumb it up, thumb it up. I'm trying to move through this quickly because it's going to be a long one. There's a lot of people, 2-hour show, and it's also going to be a 2-hour show tomorrow night. So let's move on. Kamaria Ousley was up next. She did Mr. Know-It-All by Clarkson. It sounded, and something sounded off in the beginning, like she couldn't hear or something because her pitch wasn't in the pocket. This was a little uncomfortable for me. Just the whole song was just uncomfortable for me. And they said that she was like a background singer for all these people, including Ladisi, so I thought she was going to be just amazing and blow it out of the park. Later on at the end, she did say that she couldn't hear during rehearsal and she couldn't hear on stage during the performance, and they didn't have their in-ears for some reason. So it really threw her off and she didn't do well. Keith said it didn't work for him. Nikki said she didn't like the throaty, twangy sound she had. Brandy said it was her worst performance so far and he didn't like it at all. None of them felt like it was the right song choice for her. Then Kree Harrison came up. She did Up to the Mountain by Patty Griffin, and she came out to tell a story, and she did it very well. I like how she sounded so centered and whole and grounded on this, and she commanded the stage like a professional. Keith and Nikki stood for her, and it looked like she had Keith coming to tears. He had, like, you know, little tears in his eyes. You know, he was a little wet. He was a little wet up in there, you know, when he was talking. Nikki said something about her is so sexy when she sings. Mariah said she sang the hell out of that song, and that, people, is a wonderful compliment. Angela Miller came up. She did Nobody's Perfect by Jessie J, and she was very intense on this performance in a good way and sounded really, really good. Keith said she has a huge talent and a big gift. Nikki advised her well and told her, don't force anything because she's already a top contender. Randy said he loved that she got inside the song. Mariah said her potential was limitless. Then Isabel came up and did God Bless the Child, and she put a nice jazzy pop spin on her rendition of this song and had some nice vocal moments, but I wasn't really impressed with the song choice, and I seem to remember her doing another standard like Summertime or something like that. I don't know if I got the people mixed up, but it seems like it was her. Tell me if you know for sure down in the comments. Her last note was solid though. Killer. Even I wrote killer. Nikki said she did a great job. Randy said it was a bit old-fashioned and he felt like he was at a pageant, and I kind of agree with him on that. It was a little old-fashioned for me also. Amber Holcomb, 18, did Funny Valentine, another standard, but she had a nice clear voice with a lot of emotion and very natural. They've been hiding her. They really have, because I ain't seen her. She wasn't nowhere in the auditions. I would have remembered her. And she handled the jerky melody of this song very well. Because you know Funny Valentine is the you know, so it's all up and down, and she just made it so smooth. You know, it was well done. It was well done. And she got off some really good riffs. 3 of the judges stood for her except for Nikki. Keith said it was so great to watch and she made it timeless. Nikki said her vocal was at the top of the class, and Mariah said it was so good she wanted to slap her. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about, Mariah. Mariah need to come out with some more of those types of critiques, because that is what we're looking for. She has been kind of, you know, slouchy for me on the critiques, and she's not quite knowing where she's going. And while I'm talking about that, let me mention, because I didn't put it in my notes, when they were all telling each contestant who was staying and who was going home, you know, they went down the line and each took someone. And Mariah was just not good at acting. She was not good of hiding, you know, who was going to stay and who was going to go, who she was giving. She'd be like, it just wasn't working. They need to give her a script or something when she has to do that, when she's trying to psych people out, because she was not believable at all. Come on, Mariah, you can do better than that. The judges are sending home half of the girls tonight, and their votes, they said, were unanimous for the people who are staying. So we started out, and I can't go in order because I kind of remember, but I don't want to take y'all guys through it. So we started out, and staying first was Tina Torres, Kree Harrison, Angela Miller, and Amber. I didn't put the Amber's last name for some reason. Then going home were Jenny Beth, Brandy Holcomb, Isabel, and Kamaria. Well, the last 2 people left were Adriana and Shubha, and they were supposed to be best friends so far and all that. They didn't want to see each other go and all this good stuff. And I was like, who are they going to send home? And I thought about the performances. Who did you think they sent home? Of course they sent home Shubha, because she was the one doing too much and all that good stuff. She wasn't dancing very well. It's kind of strange. You know, she needs to come back next year because she has some serious talent. And again, I was loving the way she was doing her little, the sound was just great. But Adriana knocked it out of the park. And did she remind you of anybody? Pop it down in the comments, because I know she did. She really reminded me of somebody. Not as over the top, but she definitely did. Tomorrow night, 10 of the guys will sing another 2-hour show, and with this drama, I am looking forward to it. Sudden death has got me, baby. This is Robert Anton, robertantonnyc.com. I am out. Peace. Make sure to check out some of my other videos down here. If you can click down here, and you can go to some of my videos or my most recent videos playlist and all that good stuff. I'm out. Thank you so much.